Who's that guy, Gary? Who's that? It's me.
It's me, Gary.
Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. We got a name for Christmas Eve. Even people call it Christmas Eve Day. But what's the day after Christmas? We don't have a name for that. The day after Christmas, I guess. How's everybody doing? Let me see, where's my chat? There it is. Boxing Day. That's okay. That's right. Boxing Day. You're right. Oh, you know what I forgot? As always, my glasses. So sit tight. Let me go grab my glasses real quick so I can read the chat. Here we go. There we are. I got a bag of healthy snackers. There we go. Now I don't have to lean so far forward. I can see. Hello, Janice. Hi, Hi, Karin. Hello, Holly. Who else is here? Fitz. Great news, Blossom. In the end, will remain with the person who adopted her. They tweaked their work schedule to make it work. I hope so. Hey, Kaya. Sorry, Hoffy. I'm late. I was building anticipation. Yeah, let me know where everybody is. Heidi's in Bavaria. Okay. Yes, the way I look at adoptions that are returns, sometimes it can be overwhelming to have a whole bunch of returns like at the rescue all at the same time, but it's sort of like an extended fostering situation. Gary, why do you look like a deer in the headlights? Come here. Okay, so let's just read off where everybody is. Okay, so we already had Bavaria. Pogo Koala. Hey. Okay. So let's see. Bavaria. You can spam it again if you want. Oregon. Oh. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Minnesota. New Jersey. Man, we got the holidays behind us. You know, the one benefit I think of that is Mariah Carey gets to take a nap. Tennessee, Canada, New Jersey, Minnesota. Gary looks shocked. Gary, what's the matter, buddy? Gary's a nibbler. Sarasota, Florida. You don't want one of these? I wonder what else I've got within reach. Oh. No. I have some probiotic cookies from the Natural Cavi. They look like little Necco wafers. What do you think, Gary? You want to try one of those? Come on. How do you know if you don't even try it? Oh, it's Irene in Austria. Queen Irene is here. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Germany. Hi, Petra. You're welcome, Serena Diggs. France, West Yorkshire, UK, Maryland, Honolulu, Antwerp, Belgium, Czech Republic, Connecticut, United Kingdom, Tennessee. You don't want one of these? What about a different color? How old is Gary? You know, the problem with the rescue piggies is I don't know exactly how old they are because Gary was almost full grown when I got him. So I think he's probably about 5. He could be 6. We had his 4-year gotcha day party pretty recently. Not that recently, but last year. I don't know if I'll make a Pygmus song. This year I was so busy. London, Lake Elsinore. That's in California for all you people. Denmark. Gary, don't hide. Perfect angle. What about now? Chicagoland. Kent, UK. Cincinnati. It's so cool to see everybody from all around. Okay. Pet sitter for the holidays informed me she accidentally put one of the boys in the girl's cage for an hour. What are the chances that they are pregnant? Yikes. What are the chances? There's definitely a chance. It's without knowing them, it's hard to say. Certainly possible. Where? Hi, Anne. Kesha. Wow, Kesha. Come here, look at me. You don't want to try one of these? Come on. Try it. Gary, let me see your teeth. Let me see. Come on. It's too early. Gary just wants some scratches. Oh, thank you, Karin. Thank you, Karin. Okay, do I have a video on making a CNC cage? Yes, Serena, I do. And there are a lot of gotchas that can screw you up. So if you go to my website, Scotty's Animals, go on the cage setup section. There is a video about how to build a CNC cage the right way so that you don't end up screwing up, that those Coroplast sheets are not cheap. So check that out. And then message me in the contact page if you have any more questions. Steve asks, how long does it take for a broken piggy tooth to grow back? Of course, that depends on how low it goes. If it's way below the gum line, there is always a chance that it won't grow back, but it almost always does if it just breaks down and there's still the part of the tooth that's generating. When it comes to Dice's tooth, it was infected all the way down and it may not come back. So I think what Gary wants is possibly just this and this and this. Okay, I need one hand free. Boop. So as far as the pregnant piggy goes, you're just going to have to wait and see. You might want to reach out to a rescue in advance just in case. See how long their surrender list is. I'm sure you, at this point, think if there were babies, you'd want to keep them, but I'm a dork in Yo Mamasburg, Illinois. I was like, is that in Europe somewhere? But no, it's in Illinois. Oh, that's interesting, Irene. The dryer is sucking all the fabric out. Thank you, Wendy. Happy New Year to you. Plymouth, UK. Hi, Random Kid. Is Oxbow good hay? In general, I feel like hay is hay. It's not like a pellet with a special formula. So as long as it's fresh, there are different cuts. There's first cut, second cut, third cut. As the cuts, the higher the number of the cut, the softer it gets, I believe. That's how it goes. As long as the hay has been sourced well and is, was dried properly, it should all be good. You might also try to find some hay from a feed store. The thing about pet store bought hay is it's very expensive for small amounts. You might also look to order in bulk online. If you check out the food playlist, I've got a couple videos about where to get hay. Tractor Supply has a compressed hay bale. Okay, have I caught up? Looks like I've caught up. Also, by the way, if the quality is not good on the video, let me know. If it's pixelated, I can switch to Wi-Fi, and that may be better. How's the quality? Let me know in the comments. Not happy with the quality of Small Pet Select. Please reach out to them and let them know that you were not satisfied. They will either give you a discount or maybe a store credit or something. Okay, that's good. Good. They have a lot of other great things like these. But of course, a natural seasonal product like hay is going to vary. Okay. All that matters is that Gary looks good. Gary, come on, scoot out a little. This is my new cuddle sack from Lucy's Cozies. Look at those lips. Look at that donut lip. Okay. So did I answer all the questions? Feel free to re-ask a question if I got distracted with the live stream. Yes, the color is really nice, and there is there's piggies on it. It's upside down, but Gary, no, Gary, what happened to your face? Do I still sew? That's right. I do sew sometimes. I had to sew a few months ago. I sewed something for when Peppa and Pancake got adopted. I'm not the best at it, and because I'm not the best at it, it is time consuming. But I can sew if I have to. How many piggies do I have? Let's see. I think there's about 20 in the house right now. Oh, well, I hope you have a quick recovery, Karin. A huge bramble bush in the hay order. That's crazy. You should tell them that. I don't know if you were able to take a picture of it, but where do I recommend in the UK for cozy and fleece liners? I have double CNC cage new liners. I think I have links to some UK fleece companies on my website. What happens when you drop a guinea pig? Well, you have to be extremely careful. Anything can happen depending on how far they fall. Guinea pigs, think about them as like gigantic sausages with tiny, tiny, thin spines. They can't handle the weight of the fall. They could break their back, they could break their leg, they could break their tooth. A number of horrible things could happen, so you need to be very careful. And I would certainly say if your guinea pig falls from, more than, couch level, you need to assess the situation, and if anything is wrong with them, if they seem to be limping, or anything is weird, you need to go to the vet to get an x-ray. Unfortunately, there's not much they can do other than set the leg. What's my opinion on outdoor guinea pigs? We personally at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue do not think guinea pigs should live outside. They need some kind of a temperature controlled environment. As long as they have an enclosure that they can keep warm, and I would say ideal temperatures is about 60. They need to be between 60 and 80. 65 to 75 is ideal. Okay. There's so many reasons why they shouldn't live outdoors. They're prey animals, so they could be scared. There could be animals that stalk them. Even if animals can't get into an enclosure like a rabbit hutch, they could scare them. Bugs, fluctuation in temperatures could promote a respiratory illness. Okay, is there a reason why guinea pig chirps? We don't know, other than they're contacting the mothership, is what Saskia says. But it's been my experience that most of the time when guinea pigs chirp, they usually do it at night when everything is very calm. Okay, do I think it's necessary to buy critical care or making your own? Good. Well, in an emergency, you could make your own, but there are vitamins and minerals that are in the critical care that you can't supply. There are probiotics. There's just, it's an emergency food, so it helps your piggy when they're not well. Whereas guinea pig food is really just designed to supplement their diet when they are well. You can get a bag of critical care for $12, and maybe you don't need it. You leave it in your emergency kit, use it every once in a while. So I think let's be conservative, let's be cautious, and let's set up an emergency kit. You can save lots of money by buying plenty of emergency kit items from the dollar store, and then you can put your money into the items that you can't find anywhere else. So check out my emergency kit videos. I have a whole playlist, and I go to the dollar store and check out what items you can get there. I have a serious question. Air purifier. How often do you change the filter? Some air purifiers will tell you when the filter needs to be changed. My air purifier is this Levoit purifier. I love it. I have vacuumed the filter every once in a while, but still it tells me that it needs to be changed, and I'm actually going to be changing it soon, because even though I've been vacuuming the filter, something about the material, the air is not blowing as strong as it did. So I would just say follow the recommendations. These are very small investments in things that are very important, very helpful. Hi, Brian. What is this about piggies are frozen? Is there a reason? I missed it. Okay, so cheesy toy reviewer. Want to get a cute guinea pig leash? No. Guinea pigs should not be on leashes. You can't teach them to walk like that. They need a playpen to run, or they need just really a large cage space. Please check out some of my videos on my care guide. I have a number of videos about things that are not in your guinea pig's best interest. I have a video called "Is It in Their Best Interest?" And leashes are one of those things where I know the idea of a leash sounds fun, but you'd be much better getting a carrier, or you can get they have strollers for pets. You could get like a stroller that has a carrier attached to it, and you could go like that. Um, there are a number of ways if you want to take your piggy around. A stroller would probably even get more looks and more of a response, but um, a leash is not a good idea. So, okay. And also, they have like a leash that they have for cats. Have you ever tried to put a cat on a leash? That doesn't work out either. So, there you go. And yes, everybody in the comments, feel free to, um, you know, with patience and love, help me answer the questions. Okay, the question was about zoomies. Um, why do guinea pigs randomly get the zoomies? Because I think you're doing something right. Guinea pigs that have the zoomies are generally happy and they have the space to do the zoomies. Hi, Gary. How are your ears? Are they dry? Teddies often have crusty ears and dry skin. Aren't I usually at LA guinea? What? What's going on? Not Mondays, it's Wednesdays lately. Can I have a wrench? I don't know what that means. Okay. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hi, Monica. How about a picture of Gary in a Santa hat? I don't have any Santa hats at this point. Hi, Dave. But I'm sure I could do it in Photoshop. Or maybe there's a filter that I could use. Hi, Janelle. No. Did I say hi? I'm just saying hello to everybody in the chats. Hi, Drew's here. So, yes, I don't do any moderators on this chat. We've got only 84 people. I mean, that's a lot of people, but I think we're doing it okay. Okay, what about now? You want to try a treat now? Gary. What about this one? You always love these. You're so camera shy. Gary, what's going on? That's my finger. You're not selling it. You're not selling it. Dried parsley or cilantro. Is he a woolly? We call them teddies here in America, in California. Come on, no? Gary, there's a lot to see right here. We're in front of a lot of other piggies. What's going on, Gare Bear? You can see the calcification around this eye. Let me see this eye. Why do some people sit with their mouths hanging open. Yes, you can make homemade guinea pig treats. Look at that. It looks like Gary's nose is my nose.
Hey, my name is Gary. Hey, I'm Gary. Hey, I'm Gary. Doop, 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 doop.
Someone take a screenshot. Oh, thank you, Monica. Monica asked Saskia this question yesterday. Do you know what Animax ointment is? We have a shortage of exotic vets and started using this cream, losing hair on the back and butt. I do not know what Animax ointment is. However, if your guinea pig is losing hair on the back and the butt, that's almost certainly, it's most likely mange. If your piggy is scratching, or if it's an old female piggy and you also see aggressive tendencies, then that could be associated with an ovarian cyst. So I would say first step might be really look into whether or not there's any mange, if there's itching or scratching. If there is aggressive behavior, then I would tend to think it's ovarian related. And if you can't treat it quickly, then you certainly want to go to the vet. Thank you, David. Hi, kids. Hey, kids. That sounds like a jingle. You wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
You wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Here, like that. Okay. How do you grow a pet channel? For anybody who is thinking about starting any kind of a YouTube channel, I would recommend the book called The YouTube Formula by Daryl Eves. And it's Daryl, not Daryl. It's Daryl Eves. So that's what I would say. And that book, it's not a cheap book, but if you're going to invest a lot of time and energy into YouTube, it's the most comprehensive book out there that I know of. And it's really about following your heart and your passion and managing your expectations. Okay, Gary. Oh, come on. Get back in there. You ready to go home? Yeah. You ready to hide? Here, hold on. He's like, you're not scratching my ears. How much cilantro can a piggy have? All the cilantro, right? That's what Gary would say. I would say a big bunch. You don't want to, you don't, with cilantro is very fibrous. So it's probably going to be on the least likely to cause soft poops. But you don't want to spoil them. You want to make sure that they're eating their hay. So if you constantly are giving them a ton of veggies, I would say a bunch you could split between two or a group. And you want to switch up the veggies. Yay, thank you, Serena. You can post the screenshot to Instagram, and if you tag me on the actual photo, I should get a message. It seems like I don't get a message if someone just says @Scotty's Animals in the text area, but you have to actually tag the photo. I'm giving away my age. Did I? What did I say? The Pepsodent thing? I don't actually remember that. Someone put it in the text. Gary, you do look like a mini capybara. Thank you, Drew. I do have a couple voices that I do pretty well. Well, he can pee in the cuddle sack if he wants. You don't want this? You don't want it, Gary? Okay, I'll let you go. Let's see. My daughter likes to put our piggies on their back in their lap and gently floss their teeth. Hi, Regina. Piggies don't generally like to be on their back, and flossing their teeth, if there's something stuck in their teeth, I think you could do it for a second, but I don't. They might just be in shock instead of seeming to mind. In general, you don't want to. Thank you, Julie. We want to be very careful that you're not stressing them out. Guinea pigs' teeth continually grow and continually wear down, so unless there's bacteria stuck in their teeth, you don't have to worry about anything other than cheilitis. Again, with a lot of things like this, you can just ask yourself, is it in your piggy's best interest? Does it hurt them? Maybe not, but is it in their best interest? What happens when Onyx gets wet, and what happens if you feed him after midnight? He turns into a gremlin. No, that's Gizmo. I have a sweet friend who has a YouTube channel called Candy Guinea Pig. She's from Sri Lanka. I was wondering if you can give a shout out by saying, "Hi, Candy Guinea Pig," and she does what you do. No, I can't give a shout out to Candy Guinea Pig's YouTube channel, and I won't say, "Hi, Candy Guinea Pig." But if I did, it would probably sound like, "Hi, Candy Guinea Pig." Maybe we can go check and see.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
That's why you got sent to the shelter, Gary, because you're a nibbler. Yeah, put at Candy Guinea Pig in the chat, and we can all check her channel out. Oldest girl continues to mount a certain guinea pig that's been with her forever. I have 3 others. She doesn't do that too. It's excessive at times. Dee Dee, that could be a sign of a hormonal imbalance, maybe even an ovarian cyst. At some point, an x-ray might be helpful just to rule out any kind of ovarian cyst, or maybe an ultrasound. Gary is already over it. You guys hear the water bottle drinking? Thunk, thunk, thunk. That is Gary. Let me see if I can go grab him. Ooh, wow, Dave, you're lucky. I wish I could meet some capybaras. Okay, let me go flossing a guinea pig's teeth. You found it hard not to give them a ton of veggies? Well, Karen, I'm sure you want to do what's in their best interest and what will keep them healthy. So you just have to keep reminding yourself that if you give them too much veggies and they don't eat enough hay, it could cause tooth issues, and then that is just a horrible thing that's very difficult to recover from. Hello, Eli. Thank you. Merry Christmas. God bless you. Bless us, everyone. How come piggies can eat stuff like romaine lettuce and green leaf but can't eat spinach or broccoli? Well, green leaf, red leaf, romaine lettuce have nutrients. Too much can cause soft poops. Spinach has a lot of extra calcium, and broccoli can cause bloat. Some people do say within moderation they can have some broccoli, but there's so many things that I would prefer to give them. And also, some piggies that are prone to stones should not eat green leaf veggies that have a lot of extra nitrates, is what my vet said. So a lot of things to consider. Moderation and a variety is a good. Oh, look at that, Gary! Look what Gary gave me. Okay, let's go grab Nate. Phoebe? Gary, jump out. Gary, out. Phoebe, you want to have some breakfast? Nate, you've been summoned. Oh, yes, I know. I know. Come here, BB. Say hi, BB. Say hi real quick. Okay, you sit here, BB, and eat. Don't poop there, BB. Eat lunch. Stay with us. Stay, BB. Come on, stay. Okay, we got crybaby Nate in the house. We had him. We have Nate's butt. What's at the bottom of this cuddle sack that everybody is so interested in? Oh, it's wet in there. What happened? Did you pee? Somebody peed. Somebody peed in the cuddle sack. Look, I got a treat for you. Are these stale? How come nobody wants these? No, normally everyone loves them. Okay. Okay. Let's catch up. Thank you, guys. You can't put a link in the chat. Oh. I think you could still type @ right? And that automatically makes a link. Yes, you can put links in the comments after the video. Eli says, keep on trucking. Capybaras at the National Zoo. You don't want these? Why not? Okay. Karin, if you haven't read my guinea pig care guide, that will teach you pretty much everything I've learned volunteering at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. What's the matter? You want to see something that happened to Nate? Because he's a crazy boy. Nate, your teeth are a mess. These bottom teeth are all crazy. Look, see how it's wearing in the middle? Because he broke this tooth off. And it's growing out, but it's growing out kind of weird. We have to be very careful. If it doesn't start growing good. Bye, Irene. Oh man, I'm way behind. Everyone's saying hi to you, BB. It's okay, Leah. You just have some styptic powder. It's okay if you trim them too short. Okay, sorry guys. Let me catch up. Any advice for newbies about bonding? All the good advice I have about bonding, or pretty much any topic, is in my care guide. But if you have a specific question, then I can try to answer it. I'm not trying to brush it off. Just trying to catch up here. Okay, we're caught up. So bonding advice, neutral territory. My advice would be don't bond, don't don't adopt with, don't make a commitment to adopt unless you can do a bonding play date, which usually is the only available at a rescue. Irene's back on the phone. Nate, you're such a crybaby. How do you feel? Let's look at Nate's teeth again real quick. I'm not too concerned about that it's wearing in the middle. That's because this one tooth is broken off. I just need to document and see how quickly this one tooth is going to grow back. Let me feel. It's definitely growing back, but it looks a little yellowy and weird. May just take some time. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for hitting the like button. You're welcome, Brenda and Patrick. Yes, you guys can always send me emails. 3 male piggies were getting on great until I introduced my newest piggy. Now I have 2 sets of boys. Well, I'm glad that you were able to bond 2 and 2, because a trio, honestly, is living on borrowed time. It's very rare that a trio will stay together for many years, but it does happen. I don't know, 6 or 7 years, but I've heard of piggies living over 10 years. It's very, very rare. Why are you being such a crybaby? There you go. No? Well, that's because you broke your teeth. Chewing on the grids. Wow. Charlie Chaplin lived to be 10 years old. That's amazing. 8-year-old piggies. Just keep them comfortable and happy. Don't be mad at me. Oh. This is an impatient boy. What can I do to make it better? That's really great, Irene. 10 years old is quite an accomplishment. Well, I'm not sure if it would be the same way. Guinea pigs do get stressed out. I'm not sure if you could call it anxiety. You ready to go home? Bruno is 8. Wow. That's fantastic, Deborah. But the most important factor, I would say, in guinea pig longevity is learning about common illnesses. Learning how to identify common illnesses. Oh, hi, Chris. Yes, I was hoping you would reach out about the piggies that I dropped off there. I thought we talked. I think I sent you a follow-up chat, and I'm not sure if I got a response, but just wanted to make sure that they were able to be placed through the Humane Society. Whatever happened to those girls? And I can't remember. I don't think that they ended up having babies, but those were more piggies from the last round at the Yucca Valley shelter out here in the desert. Right now they're overrun with cats, and hopefully I don't think they have any guinea pigs. We only have one Petco in town, so they're still there. Do you need help placing them, or are they foster fails? Because I thought when I dropped them off that you were in touch with someone at the Humane Society that was going to help. So I don't want you to feel like I just dumped them on you. I can also help. So care fresh bedding and a litter box, that is two separate questions. Some people take a bunch of hay and they put it in like a little pan in the corner of the cage, and piggies will sit in there and eat and poop. I see. Yes, right now we're just completely stuck. All the humane societies, all the shelters are full of piggies. Send me some picture updates and I'll see what I can do. Maybe we can start advertising them through some of the other rescues. And I'd be happy to transport them wherever we can find homes for them. Okay, so piggies are hard to potty train, but it is possible that if you put hay in a little tub, that they will sit there and pee and poop in that one area as long as you change that out. If you change out the hay frequently, you might get them to go in that one area while they're eating and pooping. Hey Shoko, Carefresh, you could put Carefresh on the bottom of that. Carefresh is just very expensive. Diane says that you're beautiful, BB. So the reason why I don't personally like Carefresh is just because it's expensive, and when it gets wet, yes, you could put, thanks KG, you could put anything at the bottom or just even more hay. Whatever it is going to get soiled, so you want to use something that is piggy safe and inexpensive if you're going to be inclined to dump it. In general, Carefresh is okay. I just don't always recommend it because it's so expensive, and when it gets wet, it smells gross. But anybody who has advice about either piggy potty training or using a hay bin as like a litter box, let me know in the comments. Guinea pigs do have attitude. No, BB does not wake me up at sunrise. BB actually likes to sleep, but I try to get him as early as I can because we take naps together. He sits on my forehead, he puts a foot up, and he sleeps, and we take a nap in the morning before we get up. Sometimes he sings, and sometimes he will nap with me. You want to go home? Shrimp, you've been summoned. Thank you for sharing your experience, Chrissy. Chrissy had a single piggy, but lived to be 9+ years Does the vet say that the teeth growing again after surgery? Well, what is the surgery? Teeth can grow back. If we're talking specifically about Dice, Dice's tooth just basically fell off. Hi, Isaiah. Yes, send me photos. I'll see if I can share them. If anybody is in the Bay Area and is looking to get piggies, I know that there is a rescue there that just basically was shut down. So the Bay Area is kind of in a tough situation right now. Okay, let me catch up to the chat and then I can take Nate back. Pine pellets or even pine shavings. In Indiana and will help with piggies. Well, look at my rescue list and find the closest rescue. Patches will be in the batter's box. Hi, Yvonne. How are Dice and his friend in their new cage? Grape. Dice and Grape, and they are doing quite well. They're enjoying their new space. Okay. You're such a crybaby. You're such a crybaby. Yeah, I don't know about wood pellets. You gonna take a nap, baby? Okay. This might be difficult trying to catch shrimp. If he escapes, if he runs off. I got it. Shrimp is a fast, big boy. He was practically asleep. Like Shrimp's butt. Hi, Shrimpy. And Nate's noising. Shrimp has a really good nose. You smell Nate and Gary's butt? He likes to do that. He likes to smell. No one wants the cookie today. Last week, everyone was munching on cookies. Who's that? Who's that? Last week, everyone was so calm. How is Ellen Pig? Everyone wants to know. Shrimp, Julie says hi. Leah says, hi, Shrimp. Amanda says, hi, Shrimpy Dimpy. Fox. Maureen got her shirt. Thank you, Maureen, for all your support. I'm glad you love it. I'm wearing my Adopt, Don't Shop shirt right now. Will fireworks scare the piggies? Not as much as dogs. If you can drown it out with some kind of other noise, that might help. I would say it's definitely a concern, but not one of the biggest concerns. If you can put some music that will sort of drown it out, then that might be good. It really depends on how loud it is. You lost your cockatiel. Oh, that breaks my heart. I have a video about how I got my cockatiel back. Put signs up everywhere. Go to pet shops and leave your name. Leave your number. Leave maybe a picture of the bird. And if someone finds the cockatiel, they may reach out and leave their information. That's how I found BB after he accidentally flew away. Yeah, it breaks my heart. Ever since I posted that video, people all the time are watching it and saying how they lost their bird. You know, and then being incredibly cautious about open doors and windows. But I would say the advice that I was given, there's a number of things that you can do, like put their cage on a high place, like a roof of some kind. At least one consolation, even if they don't come back, is that it's very likely someone may find them. It's also pretty likely that they can survive in the wild. They are wild birds in Australia. It just depends where you live. If you live in a cold climate, it might be more difficult. There's so many factors, but go to every pet shop you can. Okay, so let's see. Give a shout out to Eric Prince Vegeta Anderson. He's on the road truck driving right now. Wow. Keep your eye on the road, Eric. Prince, is it Vegeta or Vegeta? Like veggies. Prince Vegeta Anderson. Roger, Roger. I don't know any trucker calls. That's my bad. But thank you for your service, Eric. That is got to be probably quite an adventure of a job. I love driving, so. You live in Texas. There's a lot of open space, and it can get hot, and it also can get cold. Texas is a very big state. But I would say put signs up, reach out to pet shops. I was lucky that I was in like Venice, California, which is a very mild climate, and BB ended up in the back of a pickup truck, and a gardener saw him, and the people who found him, they went to the pet store to buy bird seed. And when I went to the pet store and said I lost a bird, they said someone found a bird and left their number. So I was extremely lucky. It is heartbreaking. Hi, Robert. Robert's in the house. 8 girls, kiln-dried pine shavings down where they eat and poop. Thank you guys for all of the advice. When is your live? Right now. Don't remember me. Anyone in NorCal area whose piggies and other friends act weird before all the earthquakes? Mine started acting weird around December 10th. Oh, that's interesting. What is better, fleece or pine? I think it depends on your situation. Both can be good, but it sounds like maybe you haven't read through my care guide, Brenda and Patrick, because I have a video entitled pine or fleece. So I've switched all my piggies over to fleece just because with so many piggies like I have, cleaning pine shavings is not an option. It really depends on your schedule, on what you're able to do. They're both adequate. Aspen is also another good wood bedding. And I have nothing against Carefresh except for it's incredibly expensive and starts to smell weird when it's wet after a day. Yes, access to washing machines. If you live in a small apartment and you share a washing machine and you can't brush off the dirty fleece, pine might be easier. I live out in the middle of nowhere right now, and I have the ability to go out into my yard and brush off the fleece. So there's poop and fleece, and the ants collect it. Action. Dogs and cats acting weird before the earthquake. What happened with BB? BB. Shh, sorry. He's taking a nap right now. Here, I'll flip it around. Bless his heart. Yes, he's okay now. But he flew away for a day and a half, and it was the worst. Well, we've been up for a little while already. That is Nate drinking in the water bottle. Yes, when he sleeps, it melts my heart. But I also have to be quiet. Shh. Baby's sleeping.
Ow!
Sorry. Shrimp is not a shrimp anymore. Carolee's here. I don't normally do my lives. I just felt like doing them during this holiday season. I can't commit to doing a live regularly, but we'll see. Generally, when I do a live stream, I'll give you 30 minutes to an hour of heads up. You know, it's not so important that you need to come for all of them, and there's nothing wrong with watching the replay. There's a couple live streams that I watch the replays of on YouTube, and I like watching a live stream on replay. You can't participate in the chat, but you can listen to the conversation. Hi, shrimp. Which bottled water is best? I would say spring water or reverse osmosis drinking water, but I use zero water. I use a water filter, the zero water filter. And here's the thing about drinking bottled water is horribly wasteful. We've got to be very conscious of wasting plastic. So anything that you can do to reduce the amount of plastic you're consuming in general is very important. If you are using a refillable jug, then you're going to be using probably the reverse osmosis water from like the grocery store, something like that. In a pinch, anything but distilled. And I think even distilled water in a pinch would be okay for your piggies. I don't know, but is there a point when your piggies stop biting? Yeah, I think I think some piggies are more nibbler than others. And biting sometimes means I want to go home. Spring water is fine, Serena, but if you're using if you're using lots of plastic, there probably is a more eco-friendly and economical way. So I would look into it. Every little thing we can do to reduce our impact on the environment is important. Here's a secret. Sometimes I'll go live because I didn't feel like making a video or didn't have an idea. Dollar store 1-gallon jugs, that can get very expensive. That is a lot of water, plastic. Make sure you're recycling it. Well water, any water can be fine. I like to filter it. Thank you, Guinea Pig Talks. Thank you so much. We got 3 hearts, Shrimpy. Heart, heart, heart. Thank you so much. You know, but it's like this. Somebody who doesn't drive, who takes public transit, who is using plastic water bottles, they're reducing their impact in that way. Maybe somebody who has solar on their house. But we all have to start thinking about what can we do. Reducing how much meat you eat reduces greenhouse gases, and it's also kind. There's many ways, but for me, the zero water is practical because you get the filter, and actually zero water, you can send them the used filters. You can send them back to them. They will recycle them, and they will give you a discount code to order more filters. So that's an option. And it tastes really good. Fiji water is okay. It's just crazy expensive, and it's a lot of plastic. But again, I don't know about plastic in bottles and if it's leaching. But I do know that zero water gives you a dissolved solid meter. Yeah, well, I would say even for meat eaters, reducing how much meat you eat even once a day makes a huge difference. And it's also just, if you want to be strong and healthy for your for anybody that you love in this world, reducing the saturated and cholesterol and fat in your diet is really important. I just couldn't go back. Could never go back. The peace of mind that I get knowing that there's no violence in my diet is just something I could never switch back from. But this is about water. And in the future, there's going to be water wars. If you have a well that is working, that's good. I would still filter water out of a well using some kind of a water filter. But it's also about getting it tested. Plastic houses and igloos. You just want to make sure that the airflow is good. You can cut holes in the top of smaller igloos. I don't like using igloos. The only igloo that we have is for Pipsqueak and his little turnaround, which he does hang out in a lot. I need to cut more air holes in the top. I'll put that on my to-do list. Okay. Igloos. I like how you spell that. Amen, Pixie. You know, some people get turned off by preaching veganism, and you know, there's a lot of corporate interests that like to turn that into a bad word, but we are very disconnected from the food we eat, and I'm not sure that's true, Julie. I mean, I'm not going to discount what a doctor says, but you might, I don't know, continue to look into it. That doesn't make much sense to me. The liver is a filtering mechanism. Thank you, Derp Derp. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would say anybody who wants to change their diet for the better, or anybody who's fighting any illnesses, chronic or acute, check out the book. Check out the book, Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. It talks about all the vitamins and the nutrients that people need. You know, and I do think animal rescue and veganism, or just not eating meat, is it all goes together. Fostering compassion for animals. Oh, congratulations, Guinea Cat. Because, yeah, I'm just not sure how the liver would play into whether you eat meat or not, because there's a lot of toxins in meat that you don't find in other, well, here's the thing about dairy. Dairy is just as violent as meat, and it's highly addictive, and it's not good for you. And here's the thing. A lot of people joke about the meat substitutes and the dairy substitutes. Cheese, veggie-based cheese, is incredibly delicious. It is still made in a similar process as lactose-based cheese. So, except it doesn't have those addictive properties that dairy cheese does. But if you want to eat burgers and you want to eat cheese and you want to eat all these things, you still can. You still can eat all of those things. I still make spaghetti, even sometimes spaghetti and meatballs. I still make tacos. I still make lots of things that are normally associated with meat ingredients. And okay, and the veggie alternatives are great. Okay, when it comes to iron, hemp protein has a tremendous amount of iron. There's a lot of iron in other sources, but I'm not a doctor. But I would say check out Eat to Live and Eat for Life. They're books by Dr. Joel Fuhrman, and plants and fungi can give you all the nutrients your body needs. I also take an algae oil for my DHA and omegas. Pipsqueak. Okay, but let's go back to piggies. Let's talk about piggies. I know a lot of people don't like talking about being vegetarian. I did not either until I switched. And it was Saskia that asked me how I could eat animals and then rescue them. And I really took it to heart, and it changed my life. And I will also say that a lot of people tell me that I'm kind, and I have tried to foster patience over the years, and I really do believe that what I eat and my relationship with food has gone a long way to fostering that positive attitude, patience, and compassion. You are what you eat, and when you don't have this mental struggle, and you're aligned with your values, then you can focus on being patient and compassionate. And it also comes with age. I was a lot more upset and angry 10 years ago, 20 years ago, frustrated, and you got to let it go. Yes, I put a scoop or two of hemp protein, which is just blended up hemp seeds, every day in my smoothies, and it's really good. Okay, I want to thank KG. Thank you so much. By the way, I did mention last live stream, I've got a new book coming out, over 100 pages of a really fun new story, completely original. Oh, Amanda, that's amazing. Amanda, 37 years. Okay, let me put Shrimp back. Shrimp, give me some huggies. Give me some hugs. Look at those cherries. Yes, I've got about less than 20 pages to go. And then I'm going to have to go back and improve some of the earlier pages, because my drawing skills definitely improved after drawing over 100 pages. Well, Holly, I am gluten-free and vegan, and I have been both I've been vegan for over 5 years. I've been vegetarian for 10 years, and gluten-free for going on 8 years. Yes, in general, see, that's the funny thing though, is that people who don't have any special dietary needs, they never say like, oh, you have to be really careful about your diet. It's just they assume that like Wendy's has everything that you need. Honestly, being gluten-free is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Gluten-free doesn't suck. Gluten-free is fantastic. Everything that's got gluten in it is exactly what your body doesn't need. Yeah, you should see my six-pack. But seriously, everything that it has gluten in it causes inflammation. Hey, look, I got a poop. Thank you. Thank you, Shrimp. Eat simply. You know, if you think about it, fruits and vegetables are all gluten-free. I eat a big salad every day. Honestly, the book Eat to Live it will change your life, and it will teach you what the body needs. Like, what are sources of gluten? Bread, pasta. And I still have sandwiches. I still have pasta. I eat gluten-free pasta noodles, which are made with corn and rice, which are better for you than wheat flour. But everything in moderation. I eat corn tortillas when I make tacos. I'll eat gluten-free bread if I do. But for the most part, I try to eat a big salad every day. Okay, so let's get off of the diet. Anybody who wants to message me about gluten-free or vegan or any of that stuff, reach out to me through email, because I know this can be very boring. Yay, awesome, Serena. I mean, honestly, I think that diet is really important. We focus on so much extemporaneous, superfluous things that don't matter in our life, and we focus very little time on our diet, our well-being, our peace of mind. Yes, rice noodles, like Thai food rice noodles. Okay, let's get Pippi. I'm sorry to hear that, Anne. Well, you should really check out the Eat to Live book, because he talks about reversing diabetes. You know, it's just all about getting your diet in check. We live in this world where people have all these corporations telling them what is acceptable and what is normal, instead of what the body actually needs. So my new book is, Pipsqueak will be next. My new book is 115-page illustrated. It's an illustrated story, an illustrated novel, and okay, I can give a little bit more details for all of you guys. It is about a group of pet shop animals that try to stay together and not be adopted by horrible customers. So there are some guinea pigs, there is a hamster, there's a bird, there are a whole bunch of different animals. There is a cat, there's a tarantula and a lizard and lots of fish. It's basically, it takes place in a pet shop. So essentially, it does take lots of things that I've learned volunteering at the rescue, and it sort of puts it spins it. It's a lot of the things that we do at the rescue well are things that pet shops don't do well. So in some ways, was that a sneeze? I gotta keep a close eye on you. Yes, there's a tarantula. There's a really funny part about that focuses on the tarantula. In a couple weeks, I will start sharing images. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already did see. Thank you, Chrissy. If you follow my Instagram, then you saw a picture of two piggies getting a big pile of hay. Ooh, Bengal next. Okay. Since we have decided not to talk about guinea pigs anymore, stance on politics that have driven California. Well, do you actually live in California? You know, I don't want to get into it. The homeless situation is growing and it is getting out of control, but that also has to do with the disparity between the rich and the poor, and the reduction of services. So I won't go into politics, but I will say we have to have services, we have to have compassion. The whole point of government, despite what lots of people think, is that taxes are a way of all of us to pool our values together. The reason why we have animal shelters is because people have decided that animal welfare is important, that cities and counties and states should take care of animals. And likewise, we should take care of our people, having services. Now, I live right next to a military base, and a lot of the people who are in the most bad situation is veterans. So we need to take care of our veterans. We need to take care of people who have just grown up without resources. And yeah, I love firm tofu. So that's all I'll say about that, is that government, taxes, things like that, that is a way for all of us to collectively pool our resources and put them where our values are. So it's very important to vote. It's very important to support candidates who align with your values, but it's also important to get involved. And we can't do everything. You can't do everything. I've chosen to work with animals, and not only do I try to help animals in need, but I try to help people, and I try to foster compassion. If all of us learn how to love and practice that more, then we will have a better world. Oh no. Did some piggy hair just land in my coffee? This is my Christmas coffee cup. There we go. So, I was talking with a friend who's also a viewer, and they said, "Oh, I'm so sick of politics. I'm so sick of, everybody sucks." And it's the people who are in power who just want to squander that power and abuse it. They're the ones that get you, that want you to be apathetic and want you to not care and want you to give up. Guinea pig paw tattoo. Okay, so I missed something. So that's all I'll say about politics, but I think that volunteering is important. We do what we can. And here's a fun quote, and then I'll talk about the dragon, the loach. Bo, who is a YouTuber that I watch, he found a quote, and I'm going to mess up the quote, but the idea is, you know how in time travel movies, people are afraid that if they go back in time, they will do one little thing and it will have major repercussions in the future, in their present, right? So you go back in time and you bump into somebody that you accidentally, that you wouldn't have bumped into, and then all of a sudden the whole future has changed. And it can be just the tiniest little thing, right? It's the butterfly effect. Well, the quote was, I forget what the exact quote was, but that people don't translate that idea over to the present. The present, they think, oh, you've got to make really drastic changes in order to affect the future. But if going into the past and doing one little tiny thing will drastically affect the future, then one tiny thing in the present, right, will drastically affect the future. So you don't have to change the world. You just have to do little things that all add up. So, yeah, I can't remember the exact quote, but that's the idea behind it. So, let's go to my rescue list, Brenda and Patrick, and see if there is a rescue near you. Yes. Okay. Merry Christmas, Dawn. Okay, so Pet Finder also, Brenda and Patrick, check my rescue list on my website. My website has a lot of resources. The Dojo Loach is doing fine. He's a little bit still recovering from being out of the tank for so long. If you didn't see the short, my Dojo Loach jumped out of the tank. The water level's really low now to prevent him from going out, and I have the materials to build a more secure lid. So he's doing okay. If you if you want to put your piggies on a t-shirt, there are a ton of websites that allow you to upload a photo or a drawing and put it on a shirt. So I'm sure that you could take a picture with your phone or something. You probably want to save it as a JPEG. And then there's a number of t-shirt websites that'll let you do that in just one. Thank you, Dave. Did we jinx? That's so funny. I'm talking about shirts. Okay, you ready to go back? Pet Finder. Oh, yes. There's another one called Guinea Pig Finder that they run, that the Guinea Pig Cages group runs. Both of those work. Here, what's this called? Don't try this at home. What's it called? A raspberry? I just raspberried your belly. I know, I did it. You didn't think I would do it, but I did it. Yes, there is a guinea pig rehoming group. Okay, you ready to go? Let's get the Pippi. Let's get the Pippi. Ugh. Sorry, baby. Okay. Pippi. Pippi doodle. Come on out. Come on, Pippi. I gotcha. I know. You okay, baby? Okay. What time is it? 30 more minutes, you guys. Then I gotta get back to work. I gotta do all the things. That's funny. Look at this handsome baby. Yes, Priscilla, that's so... I agree. We need to focus on what our bodies need. You know, when you take care of animals, you've got to take care of yourself. So a long time ago, I learned about a kind of yoga called Hatha yoga, and a Swami named Swami Sivananda. And that kind of yoga, it splits yoga into 5 different categories. So we have diet, exercise, relaxation, meditation. What's the 5th one? Breathing. A digital scale, Serena, is the best one. Any of those. Hi, Antonio. Yes, plant power. So, if yoga is split into 5 categories, well, there may be 9 rungs or whatever, but under this philosophy, there are 5 separate categories of yoga. So we have breathing, diet, exercise, relaxation, and meditation. And within meditation, we also have right thinking. So thinking positively and being on the right path. So if you think about it, every aspect of life can be split into those 5 categories. Now, breathing seems like, well, why would breathing be such, but it's what you do all the time, every day. If you're breathing shallow, if you're anxious, why are you shivering? So breathing is your spirit, and it is your well-being. Taking a deep breath, breathing is what sends oxygen to your all over your body and your brain. So breathing and being conscious of your breathing is a great way to be grounded, to be, do I do computer coding for a living? No, I do this. So breathing is very important part of life, being conscious of your breathing. Diet, and they overlap, right? So diet and right thinking, you want to make sure that your diet goes with your values, right? And that you're eating healthy so that you can be strong for those that you love. Yes, I did visual effects. So exercise is how you stay strong, but exercise relates to diet, because if you exercise but you don't eat right, it's kind of pointless. Exercise is what engages your body, engages you in the world. The difference between special effects and visual effects generally is that special effects happen in front of the camera, visual effects happen after things have been filmed to that footage. Relaxation and meditation seem like they might be the same thing, but they're actually different, because relaxation is what allows you to get to that meditative state, but relaxation is also what you should have and be focused on. It's a process of relaxation. There are techniques to get you to a relaxed state, but relaxation is a process, and it's a way of living, moving through the world. So, less than 1% of homeless people really need the help. I don't know if you can say that. That just sounds like a meme that somebody who doesn't want to help homeless people would say. Everybody needs help for something, you know. Do I recommend Small Pet Select healthy snackers? That's what this is right here. Yes, of course I recommend them. Pippi recommends them. Oh, thank you, Dave. If you have not used my link, Guinea Cat, and you're going to order something from Small Pet Select, there's a link in the description of most of my videos, as well as on my website. It'll give you 15% off, but it's for new customers. So if you're going to use it, I would say stock up the more, so that you get more savings out of it. They don't ship to Hawaii. That's not cool. Why don't you could message them and see if they do, unless you already tried. Okay. It's fine. We're not here to disparage each other. I will say this about homeless people, and then I'll move on. But homeless people, or anybody who is standing somewhere asking for money, I used to think, oh, why do they need money, blah, blah, blah. I will give somebody what I can for one reason, and maybe this will inspire you. If I if I am at a stoplight and there's somebody there that's asking for money because they need help for whatever reason, if I can, I will give them money. If I have something like $1 or whatever, I will give it to them for one reason. That reason is so that I can tell them that I see them. $1 may not help somebody. It may get them a bottle of water, but what it does do is it says, I acknowledge that you're a person. I acknowledge that you exist, and I'm giving them something to really just acknowledge that I care about them, that I see them. And that acknowledgement of just seeing them might be the difference between them slipping through the cracks and not. Drew, that is, thank you for sharing your experience. You know, we spend a lot less time judging people. Sure, but even, and more time just being gracious. If you don't carry cash, you can still, sometimes I'll give somebody a banana or a bottle of water that I was going to drink, or whatever I have. So that's the thing. It doesn't have to be money. Giving someone something acknowledges that you see them. Yes, Pippi is very cute. Thank you, Leah. You know what? If somebody is begging for money and it's just a scam, big deal. You didn't lose anything. There are plenty of better scams. Well, if I give someone a banana and they throw it back at me, then that's great because I'll eat the banana. I did once a long time ago give someone a sandwich, half of my sandwich. I ate half of it. It was cut. There was another half. I offered it, and the guy was like, "I don't want your sandwich." It's like, okay, then I'm gonna eat it. It's not. Michelle Pippi says that. Pippi Michelle says that she loves you. Hold on, I gotta go back because I missed a super chat. I didn't miss it, but I was in the middle of a thought. Hermie1, thank you so much. You are amazing. Pippi, we're amazing. We're amazing. Oh my gosh, look at this mess you're making. Pippi. It looks like a dancing pear. So why can't someone buy a sandwich at a health food store? Anyways, I don't want to get into this. And when you give money to somebody, you are also saying that you trust them to use it how they would like. Merry Christmas, Anna. Guinea winks. What breed is Pippi? Oh, I gotta sneeze. He's an Abyssinian, I think. Thank you, Guinea Wink. Yes, Hawaii has a bad homeless problem, but Hawaii is also an island that has been colonized, and so of course that's going to happen. You have anytime you have great economic disparity, you're going to have homelessness and you're going to have poverty. Arena, thank you. Just want to make sure I'm not missing these. Hermie, thank you. Arena, keep it up. Keep it up, Pippi. Well, if you trust somebody, if you're going to give someone money, you have to trust that they're going to do with it what they need to do with it. And unless you have suffered from drug addiction, then you don't know what it's like. You have a choice to give or to not give, but it is what it is. Well, drug addiction and laziness are not the same thing. You know, again, anybody who's ever been addicted to drugs, you know, I just say, especially the day after Christmas, we're judging people on the struggles that they're going through. That's just, you know, you can choose to help, you can choose not to help. You know, you don't have to help a homeless person. You don't have to help somebody. You don't have to help animals. You can choose to help however you want or not at all. And that's up to you. Do I have a job? Do I know, one where you wake up and go to work and file taxes like million? Me? Yeah, I pay taxes. Yeah, I wake up. And also, if you're talking to me, or you're just talking about homeless people, I worked for 20 years in the visual effects industry. I used to work 60 hours a week. And I used to volunteer on the weekends during that whole thing. Anyway, poor Pippi. So, Julie, that's a good question. Some of my piggies, their names came from the shelter or wherever the situation was. For instance, Piggy Smalls, he was already named by the previous family. Pipsqueak, I named him because, look, he is a pipsqueak. Shrimp had his name when he came from the shelter, so did Grape. Saskia named Bangle Bangle. You guys named Patches and Onyx. Gizmo already had his name. So, I'll say one last thing about donation. If you donate, then leave it there. If I choose to give money to the Sierra Club, then I can't tell them how to use it. You donate to those causes or those people that you feel are worthy of that. And then you let them do their thing with those funds, whether it's an individual or an organization. You empower people with that. But I will say, if somebody wants to donate money to me and then they say, I hope that this money will go towards XYZ, like Dave, I'm gonna, well, maybe I won't get a Coke because I don't drink soda. But I will get some kind of fizzy, bubbly drink when I'm on the road. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Diamond Light. Homemade guinea pig treats. Probably hay-based, if you can grind up hay and then dry it. If you have a food dehydrator and you can put it on its low setting. Another thing to do is sprout. If you do sprouts and you dry them, you can make your own hay of different types. This chat got deep. That's really awesome. Congratulations, Brenda Patrick. Oh, I can hear your guts moving. You want to go back? Okay. One last kiss. One last kiss. Toblerone and Rashford. Okay. Who did we say next? Bengal? We wanted Bengal next. Okay, Pippi, there you go. he purred as soon as he was back in his place. Baby! Come here, big boy. Oh, Bengal, you're huge and heavy. Baby, you want to come say hi?
Meow.
Want to say hi for 1 minute? Come on. BB. BB's in the house. BB's in the house. What, 60 hours a week? Yeah, I used to work like 14, 15, 16-hour days. I would like never go home. What am I working? What do you mean? 15% of my car insurance by switching to Geico? I actually never heard that before. I never heard. What is this Geico that you speak of? Tell me more. Okay. Bengal. Oh, you smell all the piggies. You smell all the stinky piggy butts. Hi, Marianne from Denmark. Kitty Num Num Cooper. Meerschweinchen. Meerschweinchen. Are you a piggy of the sea? Meerschweinchen. Meerschweinchen. Schweinchen. Meerschweinchen. Why is everybody so impatient right now? Hi, Maria. Maria. That was my little drum solo. Thank you, Chrissy. She says, I'm an amazing human. Amazing! Man, I'm way behind. Yes, the whole thing about Coke is that we say, Jinx, buy me a Coke. That's like a thing that people say, or kids used to say. What do they say now? Jinx, buy me some Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. Property taxes. Thank you, Dave. I actually did just pay my property taxes. I paid my property taxes, and actually I also have, it's all in escrow for the house. Here. You want to try this first? You don't want this one? You smell Pippi's butt on my hands. Meerschweinchen. Christmas was good. Christmas was very mellow. I made soup. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm so far behind. Jason. Wow, I'm so far behind. Maria. Oh, thank you. With a little here button. I think that means subscribe. Which was I holding? Pippi is probably close to 4. I don't know, because he was also very small and underweight, but he's getting up there, even though I treat him like a little kid. So I need to start being more gentle to him. But as long as he's spry and rambunctious, I will treat him that way. Oh, Patches? Okay, well, we will do patches next. You don't want this? Well, Kim, I don't really do much fruit. And veggies, you don't really need to cut them. BB is awake. Oh, wow, I'm so far behind. Weak. Nymphan Sitich. BB, everyone loves you. Okay, finally we're at Bengal. Bengal. Gecko. Jackie's in Rockford, Illinois. Nobody liked my drum solo, or I'm still that far behind. Lion Blau is in Poland. Yes, Brenda and Patrick. Nate used to jump into Gary's cage all the time. Nate would squeeze into Gizmo's cage because of the way the piggy loft is. Yes. No, I've not seen them clear the cage like Jordan. Why donut lips? That's a good question. Why? Why the donut lips? Merry Christmas. Guinea pig revenge. I saw a whole box of Yum Yums at the rescue last week. So I know that if they are out on Amazon, they will be coming back. Thank you, Ava. Ava Goodu. Okay. Avathu from Nottingham. Rhubarb, Nightshade, Spud, and Bucky. Hi, Julie. How do you say guinea pig in German? Meerschweinchen. Swinka Morska. You smell them? Do I still have my oldest piggy? Ah! You bit me. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. The brown one? I'm not sure who the oldest one is. I think it's probably Gary at this point. Ron was probably pretty old, but he wasn't the one I had the longest. What's my favorite Generation 1 Transformer? Finally, a serious question. I mean, I always loved Optimus Prime. Transformers, roll out. We had a glitch. Transformers, roll out. Roll out. I really love Starscream. Yeah, Bumblebee is cool. I really actually did like the original Bumblebee toy. What's the name of the ambulance guy? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I can't think of the ambulance right now. Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Stay warm. Really, stay warm and stay safe. My mom's from Pennsylvania. Like Hawk at Saskia, he likes to visit his neighbors. You have very discerning piggies, Diamond Light. They don't like the Beatles, but they like the Grateful Dead. Well, I think they're both good, but certainly the Grateful Dead, you can just put on a live show and just zone out. Sometimes my pigs are licky pigs. Oh man, Guinea Wink you broke your toe. You might have to ice it. Ouch. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Rufus and Ted don't like being next to each other and they're divided. But then they want to eat next to each other. Yes, guinea pigs are like that. Some piggies, they like having those boundaries. Yeah, maybe I will make a mobile game one of these days. It seems like yes, Gary. Gary's still around. Gary is, I don't know. He could be 5 years old. He could be 6. Rewind it. Gary was first. Oh my gosh, you're so impatient. Look how big this boy is. He is like 15 and a half grams. Sorry, 15 and a half hundred grams. He doesn't look that big in this video. But he's a big boy. Let's get Patches real quick. Oh, it's been 2 hours. That means it's 1 o'clock. We gotta start wrapping things up. Patches, will you help me wrap it up? Patchy Poo. It's the Patch Man. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. If you rewind to the beginning, you can see Gary. Yes. Can you imagine if Gary and Preston would have bonded, then Spaghetti would be here, but he wouldn't be as famous. So things happened the way they are supposed to. Hola. Pi Nigrin. In Scandinavia, it's still Christmas because it's Boxing Day. Oh my gosh. The Lamborghini, yeah. Transformer. Oh my gosh. The Grateful Chubs. I can't believe how far behind I am. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. 2 girls, a boy, and a boy watermelon squad. Question basically guinea pig, but my parents are not allowing me to get another one, and I heard the guinea pigs can die if they are. I don't know if they can die, but they certainly won't feel safe and secure. Well, you have to ask the question of your parents. Do they want you to care for an animal the way they're supposed to be cared for or not? And you can blame the pet shops for presenting a false representation of how guinea pigs are supposed to be cared for, but you are starting to learn, you're doing the research, you're being responsible, and now you realize that guinea pigs shouldn't live alone. Read my care guide, and then you just have to have an adult conversation with your parents, with your family, and say, I'm trying to do this the right way. I'm trying to give them proper care, and this is what they need. And you can do the research. It's not just me that says this. So hopefully Okay, and hopefully I answered that question. So you don't have to copy and paste it again. Yo, we gotta go. We gotta wrap this thing up. Okay, Megadeth or Metallica? Oh man. 20 years ago, I would have said Metallica. I don't know. I can't choose. Okay, stop spamming. Well, yes. But at least it's helping me catch up. Jason, thank you. How have I been? I've been good. Do I bury my piggies or do I cremate them? I bury them. I have a place in the desert under some Joshua trees that is my property, and I take them there, and they all go together. Pigtalica. Patches is a good boy. Patches. Here. How are your nails? I feel like I just clipped them. Oh, they're not bad. Just take a bite. We've been through this. You can't hold it. You need me to hold it. Thank you, Priscilla. That's very nice of you. Very sweet of you. Good night, Amanda. Guns and guineas. Guns and guineas. Wow, sweet pig of mine. Welcome to the Pigloo. We got fun and games. We got all the hay you want. Honey, we know the names. Oh, you dropped it. Oh. Okay. G&G. Yes, I live near Joshua Tree. I live 15 minutes from the eastern entrance to Joshua Tree National Park. I can see it out my window. Not the entrance, but thank you, Kimberly. Look, it's a pear, right? Is it a pear or a blue gourd? He's working it. This pear has been very busy today. A vacay. Where's that, Natalie? Good night, Irene. Oh, I'm so close. Van Piggins. Oh my gosh. Linkin Park and Foo Fighters. Good bands. Well, Julie, make sure that you're not just feeding veggies, but that you give them cookie treats, GP, PG, instead of ACDC. Well, you can share my piggies. Edinburgh. Oh, I would love to. Thank you, Lion Blau. Yes, patience is a virtue. Is Joshua Tree as cool as it looks in the photos? Yes, it is. But it actually, there are two deserts that border on the edge of Joshua Tree. So you have the Colorado Desert and the Mojave Desert. So parts of Joshua Tree is the size of Rhode Island. It's a very large park. And some parts of it look very different than other parts. There's rocky parts with lots of trees. There are other types of cactus. There is a wide open space. Yeah, it's especially if you're not from that kind of environment, it's definitely a life-changing experience. And at night, the stars. Are we talking about this? This is a cuddle sack on top of a pillow. It might be possible if you go to Google Maps and look at the road that drives through Joshua Tree, you might be able to drop a pin on it and look around in Google Maps, and you could go all the way around. Jason or Myers? I'm not really a slasher fan, so I would have to go with, well, slasher, Chucky, no doubt. But I'd have to go with Freddy Krueger if I had to. Okay. I agree, Lion Blau. All guinea pigs have individual personalities. Man, Freddy. Okay, did I catch up? Ooh, almost. I did. Looks like I caught up. Okay. So we're going to wrap this thing up here in a minute. Come on. If anybody has any more piggy-related questions, remember, you can always email me these questions. My Instagram? Oh, Priscilla. Here's the deal. I'm semi-retired in the sense that I worked for 20 years as a visual effects artist. When the market was very low, I was lucky enough to get a small house in the middle of nowhere that no one wanted. And now I'm able to take care of my animals, foster, volunteer. Put it in perspective, the monthly cost of my house is almost a quarter or less than a quarter of what my rent was. You know, it's 1/5 of what my rent was when I was working full time. So I don't have to work a regular job anymore. But that allows me to foster. I drive to Los Angeles two times a week. I rescue animals. I drive hundreds of miles every week in service of animal welfare. Okay. And I post several videos a week raising awareness and teaching proper care. I have almost 1,000 videos about guinea pigs, proper care, animal rescue. So this is Patches. So again, I've dropped out of the rat race, and there's a very American thing about, oh, I work hard, I work harder than you. You know, it's about the difference that we make in the world. It's not about how hard you work, how much you suffer. You know, is your burden heavier than someone else's? Yeah, I dropped out of the rat race, and now I'm part of the guinea pig walk. You know, I went to film school. And On top of all that, I try to save enough time for myself so that I can write and illustrate a book. You know, if I could, going forward, always be creating a new book that will make people happy, then that's something that it's a selfish personal thing for me. Yeah, exactly. If you can pay your bills, if you can make a difference in the world, if you have enough strength and time to help people, you know, and to each his own, right? If somebody wants to spend all their time working hard, and, you know, that's what's great about the US, that's what's important, like we're talking about taxes. If you work your ass off all day, you know, and you come home and you just watch some Netflix, you know, drink beer, whatever, you're still paying taxes. We still collectively are accumulating great wealth and dedicating that money to what as a society we value is important. So whether that's animal welfare or education or the arts or whatever it is, we are all contributing, even if it's just our money. Some people can contribute their time. This isn't a competition. We all have different times in our life. You know, when you're young, it's a time to be selfish, to focus on yourself, to be a good person, to develop character. Do I recommend pet insurance? Yes, and I recommend that you get it right as soon as you get piggies. Don't wait until you have illness. My pigs have guinea pig insurance from Nationwide. It is very helpful. Do I know Joe? I don't know who's Joe. Thank you, Princess and the Poop. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Nationwide does give a multi-pig discount. It's not a lot, but it's something. And also, if you pay a year in advance, then there's another discount. I think I'm paying $250 a year. They used to have a much cheaper option that did not cover as much. That was a little bit more confusing. Yes, per pig. Will a guinea get along with a capybara? Maybe. That sucks, Lion Blau. But keep looking. There may be, but you know, the money that you would spend on insurance, you could certainly just put in a emergency fund. I mentioned acorns at one point, where it takes, it rounds up every dollar that you spend, and it puts it in a mutual fund. It puts it in an investment account, and that investment account is it grows over time. I have almost $2,000 in my acorn account, and that's literally just from the rounding up. I do put in an extra $20 a month, but it's basically, if I spend 99 cents on something, it puts a penny in that account. How come I don't like using U-Haul or fleece pads? I do use fleece pads. If you watch my videos, I use fleece. Some of my older videos, I used pine shavings, but since I moved out to the desert, I switched over completely. Yay, Julie, did you do the acorns from my recommendation? If I can remember, in the description, Acorns is a investment app. Yes, I have almost $2,000 in my Acorns account. And what's cool about Acorns is you can pull it out. It's an investment account, but you can still get the money out right away. So I think it's really a good option for people who don't have guinea pig insurance. Ha ha ha. Yeah, if you have a debit card, you can use Acorns. And if you want to try these healthy snackers, there's 15% off on my website. It's a link. It'll take you to Small Pet Select. You should try this. That works too. Thank you, Yvonne. We are trying. Acorns is free. It's just an app. It's free. It's an investment app. I believe it has ads on there. That's why. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. The sun's gonna set. Man, it looks cloudy outside. I guess that storm's coming. But I gotta do some laundry. I've gotta build the lid for my baby guinea pig. Just make sure that the grids are covered so that they can't escape. No, Gary's taking a nap right now. Sorry. Oh my gosh, if the sun's going down, then that means it's almost 2 o'clock. Yep, it's like almost 1:30. This is Patches. He's not calm. He's just he's given up. Oh boy. Okay, guys. Really, thanks for hanging out. If you want to not miss the live stream the next time I do it, you can hit the bell notification on my channel page, and that should let you know right away. Look at his fluffy face. Look how fluffy. Look how fluffy. Patches, see, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. The bell don't work at my channel. That's weird. That's weird. Maybe you gotta log out and log in. I don't know. I'm sure it does. Thank you, Drew. You're so photogenic. Come here, Patchy. That's Pipsqueak's butt you smell. That's Pipsqueak's butt you smell. Look at those lips. Look at those lips. Okay, guys. Remember, you can always email me. You can always message me through the contact page on my website. And my website, my Instagram, there's a lot of the Care credit card. Yes, that's good. I try to recommend that to people also. So plenty of ways to get a hold of me. Oh, thank you, Guinea Pig Talks. Been so generous with me. and all the super thanks. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. It means so much. You guys are really empowering me to do a lot of good work. On Wednesday, I'm going to go to the rescue. I've got some appointment slots open, but if I don't have any adoption appointments, I will be giving guinea pigs baths. I will be chopping veggies and feeding piggies and helping all the employees and volunteers there. So thank you guys. What a weird conversation we had. It was really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll try to make a video with Saskia. She's always so busy, it seems like, on weeknights. But I will try. But I will tell her that you guys demanded it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brenda, Patrick. Look, I'm getting kisses. All right, guys. I'll try to bust a video out for Wednesday. Thank you, Gwyneth. Oh, good night, Lion Blau. Goodbye, Pogo Koala. Thanks, Julie. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. All right, until next time. Love you guys.